What if you could actually, truly remember everything you read? I mean, not just for an hour, but for good. Well, we're about to unlock a really powerful method that turns reading from just a passive thing you do into a tool for creating permanent knowledge. You know that feeling, right? You finish a page, maybe just a paragraph, and your mind just goes completely blank. You saw the words, you know you did, but they just didn't stick. It has to be one of the most frustrating feelings for anyone trying to learn something. Okay, so let me introduce you to Ada. She's a JSS 1 student in Abuja, and she loves to read. But she used to have this exact problem, especially when she was trying to study for her exams. But then her English teacher, Madam Gozi, taught her a secret weapon. Now, this challenge we all face, it actually has a name, the forgetting problem. And it's something every single one of us has to deal with when we're trying to learn anything important. For Ada, the stakes were pretty high. She'd read her school notes over and over, but when it was actually time to use that information in an exam, poof, it just seemed to vanish. And it's not because she wasn't putting in the effort, it's because she didn't have the right strategy. But hey, for every problem, there's a solution. And this one, it's a secret weapon. It's a technique so powerful it can turn anyone into what Ada's teacher calls a super recall champion. To really get this secret weapon, we first need to understand the difference between two key ideas, retention and recall. So think of it like this. Retention is like having a beautiful, precious Iroh and Booba locked safely away in a chest. The information is stored. It's there. But recall? That's having the key to open that chest and grab it instantly, the very moment you need it. And that secret weapon is called intensive reading. It's a strategy designed to do both of those things, lock information away nice and secure, and give you the key to get it back on demand. So how do you actually do it? Is it super complicated? Not at all. It's a simple 4-step power plan that's the core of this entire method. So let's break it down. All right, here's the roadmap. It's just 4 simple words to remember: preview, read, recall, and review. We're going to go through each one so you can see exactly how they all work together to create this amazing result. Let's start with step 1, preview. I like to call this the quick scan. This is your first pass, and it's all about speed and getting the big picture. So what you do here is you just quickly look over the material. Don't read every single word. Just scan the main ideas, the headings, any key points that are highlighted. Now, why does this work? Well, it primes your brain. You're basically creating a mental map of the information before you even dive in. That makes it so much easier to place all the details later on. Okay, once you've got that mental map all set up, it's time for step 2, the deep dive. This is where you slow way down and really focus on the details. So now, Ada reads the passage with intense concentration. She's not just scanning anymore, she's carefully absorbing everything. This is the step where the real learning happens, right? Where that new information gets transferred into your brain. And this brings us to what might just be the most important step of all. Step 3, the self-test. In other words, recall. Okay, this is where Ada's strategy gets really clever. After reading a section, she closes the book, and then she tries to remember the key ideas. She might just think about them, or maybe she'll jot them down from memory. This whole process is called active recall. It's so powerful because it's like a workout for your brain. Every single time you retrieve a memory, you make that path to it stronger, so it's easier and faster to find the next time. You're not just reading anymore, you're literally building a stronger memory. Let's try it right now. I just mentioned 2 key ideas for storing information and getting it out. Can you remember them? Say them out loud. Did you say retention and recall? See? That simple act of pulling the answer from your memory, that is active recall in action. You just strengthened a neural pathway. Pretty cool, huh? Brilliant. Okay, now for the last piece of the puzzle, step 4, the final polish, or what we call review. This is where you make sure everything is locked in for good. For this step, Ada goes back and rereads the passage, but now she has a mission. She's checking the notes she made from memory in step 3 against the actual text. This isn't just rereading, it's a verification process. It fills in any gaps, and it locks that correct information into your long-term memory. So we have the 4 steps: preview, read, recall, review. But why is this so important? I mean, this isn't just about passing exams. It's about remembering information that can genuinely impact your life. Madam Gozi, she doesn't just teach this for exams. She insists her students use it on really critical, real-world topics, like understanding nutrition, knowing what's added to their food, and even how to check if packaged water is safe to drink. This is knowledge for life, not just for the classroom.
Just think about it for a second. Using intensive reading could help you remember a life-saving fact, like why iodine is added to salt to keep us healthy. Now that's knowledge that goes way beyond getting a good grade.
So the goal here is to empower you. By following this method, you can go from being just a passive reader to an active learner, a true recall champion. And that's the real beauty of this whole system. It isn't about 100 complicated rules or anything like that. It all just comes down to one powerful number, 4. 4 simple, repeatable steps that build on each other. Preview, read, recall, review. You master those 4, and you've mastered the system for learning just about anything. So I'll leave you with this question. Now that you have this framework, this new superpower for learning, what will you choose to master with it?